Hello everyone, my name is Akai Fox and this is a art video. Today's video is another addition to a series that I've been very much enjoying, where I've been painting the seasons in a wine glass. The reason this is so special to me is because the painting that got me back into painting, ironically, is such a painting. That sounds like a lot of paintings. You may be familiar with something called paint night, maybe sip and paint, something of that nature. But ultimately, the concept's all the same, where you have an instructor who teaches you very basic painting techniques, and generally there might be some sort of alcoholic beverage or some sort of fun in a group setting, and that you all paint the same thing. My work family at the time had decided that even though we had started working from home, it might be fun to have a virtual class where we did such a thing. And so the painting is called Splash of Paradise, and it's a summertime theme with a beach and a red sunset, and it's as if the wine glass is spilling the paradise all over the painting. And that led me to remembering how much I enjoyed painting and how much fun it could be, even if the expectations are low. And it just reminded me that you just need to do. So that led me into painting again, and now we're on to our third edition of these seasons in a glass. I have done obviously the summertime one, we have done a springtime one, and now I'm adding a fun fall or autumn one to the series. So overall, I wanted just that concept of autumn, leaves, the colors changing, because when I think of autumn, that's truly what I think of, is the leaves changing color and beginning to fall, leaf fall down, as it were. So I chose just a very subtle blue sky for the wine glass. I wanted some leaves on the actual painting itself outside of the glass, as I had done something very similar for the springtime one with some cherry blossoms. And then I come in with such an amazing little tool that I have created. It is a brush that is horribly mangled, but because of it, it has dried deranged and in a way that it makes wonderful leaves or flowers or whatever texture you'd like. And so I've started with just the lightest color with our yellow, filling in as much space as possible while still leaving room for the sky to peek through, and then oranges and then reds to complete those fall colors. I chose not to do any green, although I do know that green can still sometimes exist, but I really wanted it to just scream that this is fall. Now, fall for me is a really challenging holiday or a season, I suppose, because it's the signal that winter is almost here. It is nice for sweater weather and cozy, but it's honestly not a season I truly enjoy. I like when things warm up or are warm. I don't like when things cool down or are cold. So for me, it's a bittersweet, as I do love Halloween. I enjoy Thanksgiving as an American. I enjoy the concept of food and family togetherness that a lot of these holidays tend to bring. And of course, Halloween is that excuse to dress up and to have fun. But now that it's over, a lot of this is a little sad for me, and I may have some of that actual seasonal depression, as I don't tend to go outside a ton as it is, and then the colder weather really discourages me from even wanting to step outside, or I have those more challenging times waking up. I've already started to sleep with 2 blankets, and that just helps both myself and my husband, that I'm not constantly stilling the blankets throughout the colder seasons. But all the same, it is still a beautiful season. The joy of living in Utah means that not only do I get to see the trees around me, but when I look to the sky, most of my sky is mountains, and I am blessed to have mountains surrounding me that also have trees, and to see the colors change are like little cotton balls dipped everywhere in the mountainside, and all of those colors. I don't have the mountains where you can see both the winter and the fall together, but I have seen some recent photos of that where the snow caps are at the top of the mountain, and then you can see the colors change just below the tree line. So I am very thankful I live in such a beautiful state so that I get to witness that, and that I do have the 4 seasons. I do appreciate that I get to experience all of them, and I do have the joy of snow when it gets to that. But overall, I would rather it be warm. I would rather it be the new life and the, summertime and pools and having to cool down rather than trying to bundle up. But that is me. And all the same, I wanted something to celebrate the fact that we are coming into this season. My front yard reflects the same. Unfortunately, I don't have the big crunchy leaves. I have tiny, tiny little leaves and seed pods. These monstrous seed pods. But that's a story for a whole other day. As we finish out the veining on some of these leaves, I'm very pleased as I sit back to see how this all ended, and if there's anything I would probably change is probably painting letters. It's one of my least favorites, and I didn't quite leave enough room. But all the same, I like how it turned out. It is a good addition to the other wine glasses that I have painted our little seasons in, and I will cherish this one. So thank you all so much for watching and for spending a little time with me in our video today. If you enjoyed this, please remember, leaving a like does support the channel, and if you'd like to see more, subscribing also helps so much. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the change of seasons wherever you are.